wonderful world, Elayne here, and today I'm going to be recommending books based on popular TV shows. I've got about 10-ish recommendations, so without further ado, let's jump into them. If your favorite TV show is Grey's Anatomy, then I recommend Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The reason I picked this book is because it's got drama, it's got romance, it's got intrigue, and it's got hospital stuff, okay? So basically, it's about this girl named Hannah, and Hannah is just like, she feels like her life is just like on hold, failing. She doesn't really know what she's doing. So she decides to move back home to California. And when she gets there, she goes out with her friends to a bar, and she can decide to go home with her friend that she came with, or she can go home with her ex-boyfriend. And so this book actually plays out in parallel timelines, so you can read about what would happen if Hannah chooses this path and what would happen if Hannah chooses the other path. It's really good, and there's a hospital setting in one of the timelines, and yeah, I just think that you would like it if you like Grey's Anatomy. Okay, the next rec is for The Vampire Diaries, and that is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. This one's pretty self-explanatory. It's got vampires, it's at high school. Yeah, there's romance and action and killing and sexy vampires, so I don't really know what else to say, but yeah, it's just about a school for vampires. And there's like a mystery secret plot happening while they're just trying to go to high school. So, kind of sounds like The Vampire Diaries, right? And it's becoming a TV show. It's already been made into a movie, but it kind of flopped, so they're now making it into a TV show, and I think it's gonna end up on Peacock or something. Don't quote me on that. You should read it before it becomes a TV show. If your favorite show is Jane the Virgin, you should read anything by Colleen Hoover, because you like dramatic romances, and you like a little bit of trauma, and you like, you know, things that are kind of like, whoa, is this really happening? To happen. So, I've got quite a few Colleen Hoover books right here. There's a couple more over there, but these are 3 of them. Maybe Someday, Confess, Slammed, and then I've got It Ends With Us over there, and I think Ugly Love. Basically, just read anything by Colleen Hoover, but particularly her romances, because she does have a couple that like veer out of that genre. But then I also want to throw another book out there for Jane the Virgin. It's called One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's over there. I will always recommend Taylor Jenkins Reid. Sorry about that. Well, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But anyways, One True Loves is about this girl. She gets married. He dies. So she gets engaged to a new guy a few years later. And what do you know? Her husband comes back. Very Jane the Virgin vibes there. But it is a very good book with some of the most quotable quotes that I've ever read. Okay. If your favorite TV show is Friends, you love the fun, you don't need anything too heavy, and you want to read about friendship and possibly romance and fun times, and you know, that's kind of what you're looking for, maybe not anything too crazy. So for that, I'm going to recommend a young adult author, and that is Morgan Matson. So Morgan Matson writes these really cute, fun, adorable books about friendships, about growing up. So I've read this one. It's about this girl who is supposed to go to a medical summer camp because she wants to be a doctor, but something happens and she's unable to attend, so she has to kind of like figure out her new summer plan, and that involves lots of friends, lots of fun scavenger hunts, and lots of dogs. This one is about this girl and her best friend disappears, and she's trying to figure out where she went, and she finds romance in herself along the way. This one's just about a wedding planner girl, and yeah, I just think you would love anything by Morgan Matson. There's also one called Take Me Home Tonight that takes place in New York City, so if you like Friends because of its location, check out that one. Next, if your favorite TV show is Gilmore Girls, I'm going to recommend Lauren Graham's book. So Lauren Graham has written this book about an aspiring actress in New York City, and it's called Someday, Someday Maybe. And then she also has a couple memoirs, or maybe just one, but it's called like Talking as Fast as I Can, something, something. I'll put a picture here. But it's her memoir, and it's really, really funny. So if you like Lauren Graham and you like Lorelai, check out her memoir or this book. If you like Rory, and you kind of like her storyline with like academia and trying to pursue the creative arts and like her romance. I recommend Writers and Lovers by Lily King. This is kind of like not exactly Gilmore Girls vibes, like it's not like the wholesomeness of Gilmore Girls, definitely like academia, and it does deal with like a mother-daughter relationship and this woman who falls in love with like multiple men and she's trying to write a book and da-da-da-da-da, Rory Gilmore, right? Okay. Those are my recs for Gilmore Girls. If your favorite TV show is Once Upon a Time, I recommend Girls Made of Snow and Glass by Melissa Bashardust. This is a feminist Snow White retelling that focuses mainly on the daughter-stepmother relationship, and it's also queer, and it's like really freaking good. It was one of my favorite reads of last year, and first of all, it's beautiful. Second of all, it's just freaking amazing. And you should 100% read it if you love Once Upon a Time. Okay, if you are a political thriller kind of person, you know, you like West Wing, Scandal, Designated Survivor, any of that stuff, I'm going to recommend Red, White, and Royal Blue, which isn't necessarily a political thriller. It is a political romance, though. It's a romance between the first son of the United States and the Prince of England, and it's very, very good. And there definitely is like political scandals and intrigue and like the re-election and like what their relationship means for the world and society, da-da-da-da. So like if you like political stuff, you will love this book. And there's a lot of West Wing references, so you catch my drift, okay? Okay, check it out. Back in the olden days, there was this thing called Super Who Lock. If you know what I'm talking about, you should read Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This book takes place on a spaceship, Doctor Who. It's a mystery. They're trying to figure out stuff about this horrible incident that happens on a spaceship, so it's like a mystery. Sherlock. And there's like this plague that makes people monsters. Supernatural. Okay, I just think that this would be perfect for all of you Super Who Luck fans out there, because it's basically like a bunch of files, and you read through the files to try to figure out what happened on this spaceship and like why a bunch of people are dead. And yeah, it's got a little bit of scariness in there. I don't know why I said scariness. I guess horror is the correct word. But yes, it's got a little bit of horror, but not like, it's not like super scary. It's just like there's these weird monster things. And yeah, it's in space, and I don't know, I just think you would dig it, so check it out. If you are obsessed with Bridgerton, like everyone else in the world, you should read Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. I'm pretty sure Julia Quinn even has a quote somewhere about this book. It takes place in 1879, and it's about one of the first female students at Oxford, and she's trying to get women the right to vote, okay? And her way of doing this is by targeting this duke, because if she can get him to support their suffrage movement, then everybody's gonna support it. And what do you know? He's a little bit cold, calculating, but sexy. Okay? So like, that just spells romance, right? Anyways, yeah. Okay, my last rec is for Gossip Girl. And it's a little bit like, you're gonna have to just bear with me while I explain why I'm recommending it. If you love Gossip Girl, you should read Addicted to You by Becca and Christy Ritchie. It's like, I'm gonna explain it, okay? Because you're gonna be like, what the heck? Okay, it's about this girl named Lily who is a sex addict. And she is also from a very, 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 very rich family. And she goes to like a really, really nice school, okay? Like one of those fancy Ivy League types. And she is fake dating Lo, who is also from a very, 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 very rich family. And Lo is an alcoholic. And so the two of them are fake dating to kind of cover up their addictions, and they kind of like feed off of each other. And basically the story follows them and like their fake dating to like, you know, real dating. And it kind of shows like their addictions and how like money and love and all that kind of stuff like affects their addictions, and like, you know, it's a lot of pages of just like rich people problems, which is what Gossip Girl is. So I feel like you would like this. I will say like it's pretty rated R or X or whatever that's called, so like keep that in mind. It's pretty graphic, but I think you would like it because Like I said, it's rich people problems. There's love, there's drama, there's a lot of family problems. And yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. So anyways, those are my recs. Oh, I guess I was also gonna say if you like Outer Banks, you should read We Were Liars, but I feel like that's pretty well known. We Were Liars is like a private island mystery thingy. Very similar to Outer Banks. They have very similar vibes. Yeah, so I guess that's a rec that I want to say too. But those are officially all of my recs. And if you have any questions or concerns or further recommendations, just leave it in the comments. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all later.